Welcome back to Bransford Webs. We've popped out between one of the rain showers we've been having today to do this week's looking good video, and we've popped out to this section of the nursery. It's called Little Doll. All the beds on this nursery are overhead irrigated. They all consist of these low tunnels. These tunnels give us great flexibility because what we can do is this time of year, as you can see when it's warm and potentially dry, we can pull the skins back and let the plants breathe and let them grow nice and naturally and slowly. In the winter then we can just pull the skin over. It doesn't give much of a temperature increase, but what it does do is just to help keep the plants dry so they're not getting too wet, and if we get sort of heavy snow, heavy hail and things like that, it also just protects them from getting damaged by the worst of the winter weather. So the crops we've got in here now are next year's grasses. They've been potted in the last couple of weeks. As you can see, some great colours, the Acorus's and the Carex beyond that. And then further beyond that, some of the more deciduous grasses, Millennias and things like that. All looking nice, all looking fresh. So they'll root through, they'll all get a trim back, and then they'll reflush through for a nice stonking 2 litre grass plant for next year. So we'll have a look at those next spring when they come online. Probably do a special video just on the grass range we do, to do a good nice selection of varieties now here at Bransford. So on to this week's video. We've put a few new things online again this week. So the first being an addition to our Euphorbia collection. This is Ascot Rainbow. So I've had Redwing on for a few weeks now, but so I put Ascot Rainbow on. It's this lovely, I think it's new 2-3 years ago now. Lovely sort of golden variegation to the leaves and sort of pink tipping to the new growth as well. It's proved really popular over the last few years in garden centres and gardens, and does perform really well in a garden. So that's a 2 litre spec Euphorbia Ascot Rainbow. Well, on the herbaceous lines, the Lobelia Compton Pink. Now this has actually been on for a couple of weeks now, but it's only just started showing colour. So it's called Compton Pink. It's got this lovely sort of dark fuchsia rosy red petal on it that opens out to pale pink. It's a lovely bushy 2 litre plant. You've got what, 5 flower spikes on there, so really strong plant as well. And say now it's started showing its colour, it really does show how fantastic that variety is. That's Lobelia Compton Pink. Final sort of herbaceous for this week are our Crocosmias. We do 4 varieties. This is Golden Glory or George Davidson. Nice chunky again, 2 litre pot full. They're just showing their flowers, just starting to come out now and showing a little bit of colour. So check out and find the full range of those on the availability list this week. Then we've put quite a few shrubby lines on over the last couple of weeks. As we move sort of into August, we tend to get back moving sort of the herbaceous lines, become less of the sort of looking good varieties, and we come back more into shrub varieties that are looking good, and will maintain the sort of looking good ability on the benches in garden centres and gardens throughout the autumn and into the winter. So this is Abelia Hopleys, lovely sort of semi-evergreen, should hold its leaves most winters, but hard winter it will tend to drop some leaves as well. But again, nice golden sort of margin to the leaf on there, nice really golden flush as it comes out. It's just producing, as you can see, some bud in there as well, so the next sort of fortnight I would imagine that'll be in flower. That's a 2 litre spec on Abelia Hopleys. We've put online our Berberis Rocket collections. The Rocket collections have worked really well. I've been doing them about 5 years now at Bransford. And what we've found is they're nice blocks of colour. So we do Red Rocket, which is obviously a nice deep red colour. We do Rosy Rocket, which has got nice speckled variegation, and this one, which is Golden Rocket. They've all got this nice upright columnar sort of habit, and those 3 colours on a bench end in a garden centre look absolutely fantastic. They contrast each other really well, they'll maintain that colour well into the autumn, and they'll also get their great autumn colour as well. So that's the Berberis Rocket series, and in particular Golden Rocket. An ever popular autumn shrub for garden centres and gardens alike is Viburnum Eve Price. So it's tiniest variety, so it's nice evergreen viburnum which will flower through the through the autumn and into the winter. It's just got an early flower on there, but you can see there's masses and masses of bud following it up. So come sort of late August, early September, that's going to be a massive colour which will hold and just keep producing colour throughout the winter months. So when there's not a lot happening in the garden, that is really performing. Eve Price also stays nice, compact height, doesn't get as tall as some of the more traditional tiniest varieties. So again, in a 2 litre pot, Viburnum Eve Price. And I think that's pretty much it. Sorry for this week on the Looking Good video. Oh, sorry, one more thing. I knew there was one more. Looking away in the boot there, trying to figure out what I'm looking at. Gora Passionate Pink. So, 2 litre Gora. There's this lovely sort of deep pink flower to it when it flushes. The buds are just forming in there. I don't know if Sarah can zoom in on the video. But yeah, the buds are just forming in there. Lovely bushy plants. So these have been grown at 2 litre pot. They've been chopped back, chopped as liners as well. So you get such a strong bushy plant. It's also, I think, got this lovely sort of ready tinge to the foliage. So before it even flowers, you've got an interesting plant for the garden, and particularly for sort of coastal gardens where Goras do really well indeed. So that is it for this week on the Looking Good video. I don't think I've missed anything out there now that I was going to mention. Tune back in next week and we'll have another selection of plants for you.